Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annabelle. If you're new here, I upload beauty content. And today I created this look. This is gonna be a two-part video. I wanted to try this red new lipstick by Maybelline. It's part of the Spice collection of the matte ink lipsticks. The other thing I wanted to do was an all matte eye makeup look for hooded eyes. And the third part, well, it's gonna be third part, but maybe it's only gonna be two. I'll incorporate one thing in one of the videos. The other thing is using this to control the oil and the sweatness or the sweating on the makeup leading up to 4th of July. It was one of those things. I've seen this before. I've seen celebrity makeup artists use this, not as a everyday type of deal, but as for a special event when you know that you're gonna be exposed to the weather, to humidity. You're more than likely are gonna be sweating, but you want to keep your face on. So I've seen this used. I've used it before myself, but today I made something different. I mixed it with my foundation. It was a little bit funny because this is kind of watery and it did not want to mix. So I was kind of iffy when I was mixing, making the concoction. But it turned out that, it worked. I'm not too sure about my nose. I don't know if I did so many things and you're gonna see in the video, but yeah. If you wanna find out how I created all of this, then stay tuned and keep watching. Yes, and we are beginning with the e.l.f. Eye Primer Putty. And I'm going to apply it with this Royal and Langnickel brush. It's a fluffy angled brush. And as you can see, I'm kind of pulling a little bit, making my skin taut, because I have to make sure that the product is well distributed because of all the texture I have on my eyelids. And this is the e.l.f. concealer sponge that I'm using to make sure that there's no bumps, there's no excess of the product, just it's well distributed throughout my lid. The e.l.f. concealer sponge. And it was wet, by the way. And now I'm putting a little bit of the Lifter Gloss by Maybelline. Oh my god, I am so in love with this product. You guys can't understand. It's just heaven sent. And this is the LA Girl Pro Mastery palette. I'm gonna be using this palette to create this look. It's an all matte eyeshadow look for hooded eyes, and I'm going to be using 4 different shades. I'm gonna start out by this color. It's a neutral pinky shade with my trusted Morphe numberless brush. And as you already know, I start out by every single look I do, I start by mapping out my new crease. I'm just trying to create an illusion that I have a regular crease versus a hooded lid that hides the crease. So that's why I do it. When I begin applying the eyeshadow, I'm always looking straight at the mirror in front of me to expose that hood and apply the eyeshadow right there. And then I'm blending. I love blending. Every time I apply one shadow, I blend. It makes it easier when you're using more than one shadow. And I hope that you saw that. I was looking straight at the mirror, and then I start opening my eyelid or tilting my head. Once I have that new crease mapped out. And I am going all the way from outer corner to inner corner with this. And now I'm blending. I use this brush cleaner pad, and I clean the brush, and I blend up, going up. I'm blending again. And now I'm gonna go to the second shade using the same brush. But now you'll see that I am tilting my head back because I need access to the bottom of the new crease I created. And I am applying this second shade right there, really low, close or on top of the bottom of that new crease. Because I want to make sure that those two colors are blended in one into each other, or the second color is blended into the first one without it disappearing. But I have to put my head back. I have to tilt my head back to do this application right here. And now I went in with the first color after I cleaned the brush in the brush cleaner pad. And just make sure that I'm blending both colors together. Here you'll see, I do it again. I'm applying that second shade right at the bottom of that new crease, all the way from inner corner to outer corner. Making sure that I don't cover the first shade. And I will clean the brush and go back to the first shade and apply it at the top. Not just yet. I'm doing a little bit more. I always go a little bit at a time and blend, and a little bit more and blend until I'm satisfied with the intensity of the shade and the blend as well. And now this is the first shade. I went back to the first shade, reapplying and blending. Now I started with this brush, but I'm gonna change it, you'll see quickly, to apply the third shade. This is the darkest shade that I'm using today. It doesn't work the way I wanted or I needed it to work in this part of my eye. So you're gonna see me go to the other brush. This brush is flat on two sides. So it's rounded, but it's flat at the same time, so it helps to get in that corner right there. And what I'm using is the Ray Morris technique for hooded eyes. She does begin applying her applications at the bottom lid, but I've done it so many times that I already know how to do it backwards from her way of doing it. And this is that no-name brush that I had for many years, and I just applied a little bit of that darker shade, and I am bringing it all the way to the inner corner, but staying at the bottom of the crease. And I'm blending and blending and blending and blending. You can never get tired of blending. That's the secret. Blend, blend, blend. You can use one color eyeshadow, and if you don't blend it enough, it's not gonna look good. So blending is extremely important. And here you can see that I'm applying, I'm doing the same thing. And I just made sure that when I apply the eyeshadow in that corner, I was going as high as possible to create kind of a shadow wing effect. It's a more uplifted look for my hooded eye shape. And once I apply the eyelashes, it's going to be enhanced even more. I'm gonna link Ray Moore's video in the description box so that you can go check it out. She's great. She's amazing. She has the technique down packed. I love watching her videos and learning from her. And yes, you're gonna see who else I love. I love me some Tati. I love Tati. I'm so happy to see her back. This is another eyeshadow brush that I have from Real Techniques. And I'm applying the lightest shade in the palette onto my mobile lid. And I hope that you can tell, but it's, if you go watch another one of my videos where I apply shimmery shadows on my eyelid, you'll see the difference when you compare it to this one. You cannot see any wrinkles when you use an all matte shade. So if this is something that you're concerned about, all matte shades is the way to go. If you don't mind the wrinkles or the texture, it's okay. There's no right or wrong in choosing what type of eyeshadow you want, because I apply shimmery shades all the time. But it is always good to be reminded how good an all matte shade or an all matte eyeshadow looks on a lid like mine. And this is the gel eyeliner from Maybelline with the brush that came with it. It's an angle brush. It has an angle on the handle of the brush, on the barrel of the brush, so it makes it real easy to apply the eyeliner. But as always, it is a challenge when you're applying an eyeliner or a gel liner onto a lid that is wrinkly. So you're gonna see me, I'm gonna be tightening or pulling a little bit on my eyelid at the end, at the outer corner, just so that I can apply the eyeliner on a straight line in the inner corner. Here you see. The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen. The struggle is real. But I am doing this. I'm not winging it or anything. I am just applying the eyeliner so that it hides the band when I apply my eyelashes. It gives it a better look when you do this, because you cannot see any skin in between the band or at the band. I'm all about cohesiveness and balance. So your eye has to look balanced in order for the makeup to enhance your features, your beautiful features. We all are beautiful. We stay beautiful. And this is my baby, my puppy. She was terrified because somebody was doing fireworks outside in the neighborhood. She was shaking uncontrollably, so I had to put her in the seat behind me. So I'm just literally sitting at the edge of my seat. This is the e.l.f. No Budge retractable eyeliner that I'm using to tight line my upper waterline. And this is again because I'm going to wear my eyelashes and I want to make sure that you don't see any skin. I'm very particular about that. Too particular, I may say. And I realize that when I'm applying everything on my left eye, oh my God, my vision is not good, people. This is a voluminous Paradise Lash by L'Oreal. And I am using 2 hands to squeeze the eyelash curler because my right hand is hurting. And I'm not going for a dramatic curl. I just want to curl them so that when I apply my eyelashes, they blend better together. Focusing on the outer lashes, making sure that they're separated enough. And yes, these are my favorites, the Ardell Demi Wispies. And this lash glue, one thing that this lash glue has is one of those metal balls inside, like a shaker, so it doesn't clump the glue. The glue stays really liquid. And it's also latex free. I had to buy stuff that are latex free because I am allergic to rubber and anything that's made out of rubber. And I am just using regular tweezers to apply my my eyelashes. I set them in place in the middle, then I go to the inner corner, set it in place, and then I do the outer corner. And I just kind of push them in just to make sure that the band adheres to the eyelid. And I fluff them up in the outer corner and down in the inner corner. This is the second time, yeah, I used this particular pair. Now for second video.